Good evening, everybody. This is probably about the third time I've tried to do this video. I'm going to try this one more time. Happy Friday, everybody. I just wanted to recap my day and really even my week. I've had an amazing week. A couple of things have happened. I can't really talk about it right now, but I just said Merry Christmas to me. That's exactly what I'm saying. Merry Christmas to me. And I'm just so grateful to God for these open doors. But something that I wrapped up today was my training, leadership and finances with the Cambodian girls that Raven Hopes International brings about 12 to 15. Minister Karen Robinson, she's just an amazing mission and vision with these girls. And she brings them here to America to minister to them and to pour leadership into them. My assignment is leadership and finances. So that's the part that I play. And we talked about, first of all, you have to know what the word says. So we absolutely started off with the word. And then we did how to increase your income, different ways to find different streams of income. I have an exercise that I have people go through when I coach them. And so I took them through that exercise, and it opened their eyes to so much. So they've started these businesses. And I'll be honest with you, the first 3 weeks I knew what I was going to teach. I had that, but the fourth week I did not have. I remember when I left last week, I was like, okay, God, that's great. What are we doing next week? And I received absolutely no response. So even waking up this morning, I still didn't know what I was going to talk to them about. And one of the things that I saw was that I see them creating these they're starting these businesses. They're creating things for sale and different things like that. And so God did want me to mention to them about the same process that we learned about being good stewards with the finances that we have when it comes to our job, those finances, because most people try to get a side gig to supplement the job. And I have a different spin on that. I'm not saying that's not the right thing to do, but some people, the reason why you're having to get a side gig is because you're mismanaging the first stream of income. And so we walk you through a process in that, and that's what Beyond the Basics is all about. We just finished that class on Sunday. And I'm just super excited about what God is doing right now. But as I taught the girls today, I wanted them to take a look at how to manage their finances in business, because most people will commingle those funds. You will make some money in business, and you just, whatever the money in, it could be any business, brick and mortar. You could be making something with your hands, or you could be a multi-level or network marketing business, wherever that income is coming from. Don't commingle those funds, because this first stream should be able to support a certain thing. If nothing else, it is the roof over your head, the food in your mouth, etc. Because God would not put you on this earth and not provide for you. Now, these second, third, fourth streams, you can go into those. That's more income for you to do more things that God has called you to do, right? So that's the way I teach finances. And I know some people will say, a job is not going to do this, that, and the other thing. And a job is not always working for somebody else. Sometimes it's your own gifting and you contracting yourself out. That's what I do. I'm a consultant, and I'm good at what I do. And I have done well in corporate America with it. And I'm like, why can't I do well on my own? Hello? Okay. So I am back doing that, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But at the same time, I want to share with them about not commingling those funds, because if you receive those funds and then the first thing you do, it's an extra $100, and you go out to lunch or dinner or go buy something or whatever. At the end of that month, you don't know really where that money, you don't know where that money's gone. So I was just sharing with them about the same process that I taught them about how to manage. And we talked about manifesting money, managing money, and multiplying money. In the area of managing that money, there is a process. And so we talked about our tithing and our savings and our emergency fund and our expenses, and what do we do if there's anything left over, and so forth, and what to do when there's not enough left over, etc. The same thing in your business. One of the things I wanted them to pay attention to was that I would ask them, okay, how much is that necklace you just created? Oh, it's $15. Okay, great. And I said, well, how much did you make? And they'll say $15. I'm like, no, you didn't make $15. How much did it cost you to create that necklace? There is a cost involved. There is your time involved. That has to be subtracted from actually what you received. Why is that? Because at some point, if you want to duplicate that necklace and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 necklaces per hour, and it takes an hour to do that necklace, and you want to make 3 or 4 necklaces per hour, you're going to have to hire help. So that means you're going to be paying somebody else an hour by the hour to make that necklace. So you got to take the products that it took you to create the necklace. You take that out of the $15. You got to take how much you pay the person. Maybe that's $5, an hour or something like that for creating a necklace. Who knows what you're going to give them. But that comes out of the $15. And you have to sew back into your business. Most people they just consume the money, and and then you go buy some more product, and then you make some more money, and then you go buy, and you never really know whether you made a profit or not, and so it was just great sharing that with them today. And then God just kind of opened me up, and I was able to share some real intimate things about preparing them to go back home. Like I said, I had no idea what he was going to do today, but something that I learned a long time ago, and God gave me an opportunity to stay in a 13,000, 15,000 square foot house. I've toured homes that are even larger than that. But one of the tests that you have to pass when your vision has been expanded and you haven't yet stepped into it is when you go back to the origin of where you've come from. You have to be okay with walking back through those doors. What is your response going to be when you walk back through those doors? And you can't look down on where you are right now. God opened you up so that you could see more, so that you can expand your vision. Not for you to go back home and look at where you are to say, oh, I wish I was back in the U.S. Or, oh, I wish I was back in that home that I walked through in Scottsdale. Or, oh, I wish I was back over there because when I'm around those people, I feel so energized or whatever. He allowed you to see that. He allowed you to experience that for a reason. Not necessarily for this season, but for a reason. And so I think it's a big test when he expands us and then we go back and we look down on where he has us right now. So I share that with them today. I share with them that they have now become teachers of what they've learned. There's a lot of pressure on young girls in Cambodia to support their families. And so and the suicide rate is extremely high, I was told. And so there's a lot of stress in that. And one of the things that I kind of shared with them is that you have to go back and teach what you've learned so that the people that you're connected to have the same vision. The Bible talks about write the vision down, make it plain. Why? So that those that read it can run with it with you. So now that they've gone back, because they're trying to give and give and give to their families. But if their families don't know what the vision is, if the families don't know where the money's coming from and where it's going and what's our goal for 2019. If their families don't know that, I never talk about the amounts of money because my assignment is not about millions. It's going to take millions, but it's not about millions. My assignment is to teach people how to be good stewards of what they have so that God can trust them with more. We have work to do. If he can't trust you, then you won't get the big bucks because he knows you can't handle it, right? So regardless, the average income in Cambodia, they told me is about $250 to $300 a month. There's no sense in me talking about being a millionaire. Not that I can't. But I need to empower them where they are first. I need to empower them where they are. And so I need to teach them that how with that $300, after they give what is owed to God, put something aside for savings, say 10% to God, 10% to savings. And then when it comes to their business, 10% back into their businesses when they're dealing with their business income. But then the rest of it going to their, expenses. If there's anything left.